Hi, everyone. I told you I'd probably be back before Turkey Day, but I am here this time reporting on men's basketball. I know we normally report on the women's side of things, mostly because we don't get much of a response from the men's side. But I was up until 2 a.m. last night watching the Maui Tournament, and boy, was it worth it. I really enjoy watching men's basketball, especially the dunks. I love a good dunk, and no, I don't want it in women's side of basketball. No, thank you. Because to me, it's no good unless you're like right up by the rim, jamming and swinging. And yeah, I don't, yeah. But boy, did I get what I came for because there were lots of dunks, lots of really close games, and lots of fun. We had some coaches acting up out there. I mean, over in Hawaii, just maybe they had too much mai in their mai tai or one too many shot in that blue Hawaii. But yeah, they were acting. We'll get to it though. I'm going to play the intro. I'll be right back. Welcome to Davis Sports Report. Please hit the like button on your way in and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start off with the teams that participated in the Maui Invitational. We had number 2, UConn, number 4, Auburn, number 5, Iowa State, number 12, North Carolina. And then the unranked teams were Colorado, Memphis, Michigan State, and Dayton. And don't be fooled by them being unranked because they came to play. On day 1, number 2 ranked UConn got taken out by Memphis. My content creator partner always tells me, don't say nothing to watch here because you never know what could happen. And this was a pure case of that. This game was tight the entire time. Memphis was matching their energy at every turn and pushing themselves to keep it close, and that benefited them at the end. The game was high energy, physical, and full of excitement. A three-pointer by UConn tied the game to take it into overtime. Overtime was much the same. You score, I score, a bit of pushing and shoving and rebound nearly turned into a fight, resulting in double technicals. Memphis down by 1 and with roughly 2 minutes left in overtime. Another trade of three-pointers. You hit a 3, I hit a 3. Let's go. Memphis still down by 1 with a minute and a half remaining. Next, we get a 2 by UConn, answered by a 3 from Memphis, tying the game with 1 minute remaining in overtime. UConn attempts a 3, misses, and McNeely gets called for an over-the-back foul on the rebound, which some people are saying is controversial. You guys take a look. Let me know what you think. Was this a foul or nah? It was a tied game with 40 seconds remaining, and what happens? I did mention those coaches were acting a fool, right? Well, here's Exhibit 1. Coach Hurley starts yelling at the ref, and it results in a technical foul for the coach, putting Memphis on the line for 2. Then they got 2 more for the foul, making all 4, brings the score to 96-92. UConn has possession, and there is another foul with 2 seconds remaining. De'Ara hits the first, and of course, an intentional miss on the second to set up an opportunity for UConn to rebound and tie the game. He gets his own rebound, but time runs out before he's able to put it back up. And Memphis hands out its very first upset of the tournament. Next up is Michigan State versus Colorado, both unranked and entering the tournament with 1 loss each. The first half was pretty even until Michigan went on a 13-0 run midway through the first half, and they didn't look back. Colorado wasn't able to close the gap, and Michigan went on to win 72-56. This was a team effort by Michigan State, as only 1 player scored in the double digits, and that was Jace Richards coming off the bench. The next game was number 4 ranked Auburn against number 5 ranked Iowa State, and this was another close game. Iowa State got a very comfortable 18-point lead midway through the first half, ending the half 49-33. How do you lose a significant lead like this? Well, Auburn came out of halftime on a mission. Auburn went on a 13-point run early in the second, bringing the game within 3 points, and was able to tie it up on a Mike Kelly three-pointer. They held close to the Cyclones and was able to tie it up with 4 minutes remaining on a 3-point with Johnny Broome, followed by 2 free throws from Denver Jones, giving Auburn the lead for the first time in the second half. The game was later tied again at 79-79 and about 1 minute remaining on a free throw from Iowa State, Deshaun Jackson. The lead was swapped a few times in the last seconds with 38 seconds left. They were tied at 81-81. Auburn's Johnny Broome got a steal with 11 seconds remaining. Denver Jones was to make the last shot. He missed it, but Johnny Broome was able to get the rebound and put it back up, resulting in a last-second win for Auburn. What a wild game. Wow, this one was amazing, and it had a lot of dunks, which I enjoyed. And the last one that I'm going to report on for day one is number 12, North Carolina Tar Heels versus Dayton. Again, don't let the unranked fool you. Dayton came to play, they came to win. The lead swapped several times in the first half. This is until Dayton went on an 11-point run midway through the first, putting them up by 12. They widened the lead by 18 by the end of the first half, and things are not looking good for the Tar Heels. In the second half, of course, North Carolina had to make up some ground. They went on an 8-point run fairly early in the second, bringing the game to 6 points. North Carolina continued to chip away at the gap until 2 minutes left in the game when they took the lead for the first time in the half with a R.J. Davis three-pointer. They continued to hold on to the lead, narrowly escaping an upset by an unranked Dayton team. North Carolina's high scorer was R.J. Davis. He had 30 points, and right behind him was Seth Trimble with 27 points. And that's going to be the end of day one. Now we're going to talk about day two of the tournament, which was number 2 UConn, who got handed their second loss of the tournament by an unranked team, this time Colorado. I have a feeling UConn is going to be in the unranked category by the time the AP polls come out next week. Then we have number 5 Iowa State, who was able to take out Dayton in the last second of the game, literally the last second of the game. With less than 1 minute remaining in the game, they were tied at 81. A couple of ill-advised fouls gave Iowa State the opportunity to take home the win in the final seconds. Iowa State will face Colorado tonight to determine who gets the 5th and 6th rounds, and UConn will face Dayton to see who gets the loser and the next to the loser spots. I kid UConn, but yeah. On day 2 winner's side, Memphis faced off against Michigan State. Late in the first, Memphis took a 9-point lead, but Michigan was able to chip away at it, going into the half only down by 3. In the second half, Michigan hit them with some threes that began to widen the gap again. But Jace Richards and Frankie Fiddler were not going down without a fight. But it wasn't enough. Memphis has another W under his belt, and they will move on to the next round. Next up was number 4 Auburn against number 12 North Carolina. And boy, oh boy, was this a game. And the coaches were team doing too much yet again. Now, I knew this was going to be a great game with all the talent that North Carolina has, but they were simply outsized by Auburn. And if you saw my predictions, I stated that, yeah, they were going to lack at that center position without Bacot there. And last night proved that. Number 10 is North Carolina Tar Heels. The Tar Heels had quite a few players returning this year, including their superstar, R.J. Davis. In order for the Tar Heels to excel, they would need one of their big men to fill Bacot's shoes on the defensive side, and I'm not sure that they have that in their roster. I'm not saying that the Tar Heels are going to be bad this year, but I don't think they should be ranked number 10, and for that reason, I am giving this prediction a thumbs down. Auburn jumped out of the box hard with a 13-point lead early, and when I tell you this game was physical, my goodness. Seth Trimble had to put this game on his back and get them back in the game. Elliot Cadeau chipped in and cut the lead, but Auburn was able to hold a comfortable lead going into the half with an 8-point lead. In the second half, Auburn refused to take their foot off the gas, and with the efforts of Miles Kelly and the crew raining down threes, North Carolina didn't stand a chance. Auburn went on to win 85-72. The high scorer for Auburn was senior Johnny Broome. He had 23 points and 19 rebounds, and you can throw in 3 blocks to go along with that. And just a quick note to the Auburn coach, sir, this does not look safe. I don't know your medical condition, but you might want to calm it down just a bit. Tonight, number 4, Auburn will face off against Penny Hardaway and Memphis. And I am sure this is going to be a great game, and we will see if Memphis rises from the ashes. I say ashes only because they're unranked. And, they're in Hawaii. The whole, volcano ashes. I thought it was cute, anyways. But, anyways, by the time I'm done editing this, the game will probably be over. So I may cut back in and tell you who won. This just in, Auburn has taken out Memphis, so they did not rise from the ashes completely. The final score was 90-76. Congratulations to Auburn. I mean, they're really, really good. So happy that they won. Yeah, I'm going to see them going up the ranks and a lot of shaking up below. Anyways, if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. We have a goal of reaching 5,000 by the end of the year, which gives us about 1 month. Do us a solid for Thanksgiving week. Also, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. Do a lot of Black Friday shopping, but not too much. We have no idea what the price of things are going to be next year. So save your coins, a little bit of coins. We will see you on the next one. Goodbye. And thank you so much for joining.